Is European Commission aware of the certain political pressure that are pressing, influencing the Slovenian media? Has news of a certain petition that has been signed by over 400 journalists and editors all over Slovenia come to Brussels? And I'm wondering what's your comment on the subject? Thank you.
I am the Commissioner for Media, and I have established a media task force because so far in the institutional way of handling media, it was only the audiovisual media, the film industry. Hi, friends from the film industry. You are there. Great. Yes, I'm very proud about European films. I love European films because they are really the mirror of our cultural diversity. So I will fight with all the filmmakers all over Europe so that they can produce good European films. Now coming to the other media, the print media, which were not inside in this taking care of. Before I got this dossier in my hand, the print media were with paper industry. Well, I thought that was not quite the same thing. So I got out the print media and put them with the media in general. And that is why since 2 years now, we are really analyzing the economy of the newspaper industry, of the whole print media industry, helping them to go ahead. I have regular meetings in Brussels with the editors-in-chief, with the owners of newspapers, and I am in constant dialogue with the professions. I have been a professional journalist during much of my life, so I really feel what journalists need. And my very concrete answer to this specific problem, yes, I have received your letter with the 400 signatures, I think something like that. And yes, I am going to fight for the freedom of press. Everywhere, there are problems everywhere, by the way, not only in this country. And the journalists come to speak to me about this. And I raise my voice. I raise my voice everywhere where journalists have the impression that they are not freely capable of doing their job. And I don't do that in Europe only. Every time I'm going outside of Europe, for instance in China, I meet with the European reporters, with the correspondents, and afterwards I'm going to see the ministers and I tell them, well, stopping the journalists to do their job. Because I believe that the people have a right to be freely informed. In order to be freely informed, journalists must have the possibility to freely write and report and speak about what they think is the right thing, and in an equilibrium. I believe in pluralism of the press. That means many opinions, and it is on the public, on the citizens, to choose what is the opinion they think is the right one. But they should have the choice of many opinions being expressed in the press.
Recently you have expressed your worries about Slovenia's movie fund and Slovenia's independent movie production. We will be discussing these issues today with Minister of Culture, Mr. Semeniti, and what's your opinion on this matter?
Well, the answer to this is very simple. I have seen what is going on, and I think I gave already the answer just before. I believe in free media, free film producers, because they are the backbone of our cultural diversity. There is nothing more speaking about the culture of a country, of a given country, than a film of an independent producer, filmmaker of this country. By the way, I'm very proud, we have films also in Luxembourgish language. So I would like to see many films in Slovenian language, and I would like those films to travel. So that is also the work I am doing, and yes, I'm going to speak with my colleague minister about this, because I believe that it is in the interest of the Slovenian culture to enforce the creators to enforce the producers, and this is also in the interest of the European culture, because Slovenian culture is integral part of our cultural diversity in Europe.